In this section, we will explore the different components of Terraform. First, we encounter the Terraform executable, an essential component for implementing various code configurations as infrastructure, with our different providers. Later on, we will explain what these providers consist of. Essentially, this executable is a cross-platform application for executing Terraform commands. This means there's a section for downloading the executable that suits you best, whether it's for Windows, Mac, or Linux. So we can run multiple commands or Terraform configurations from this very platform. It's a single downloadable file, basically with no DLLs or additional configuration files, nothing. You don't even have to install it on your PC. So it's a single executable without any extension. We will quickly see how we can download and configure this executable to use it easily in our environment. Alright, here we are in our Windows environment. What we will do is open a browser. We go to Google or any other search engine. We can make this window a bit larger. We will search for the keyword Terraform. Here we have the first result that takes us to the terraform.io website, and the description says it will take us to Terraform by HashiCorp. We click on this link and it takes us to the official Terraform website. As you can see, on this website there is a button that says Download CLI. We click on this button and find the section or the description of the documentation that indicates how to download Terraform. Here we find some features and text that explain what this file is that we're going to download. There are different download options depending on the operating system you're using or planning to run Terraform configurations on. We have versions for Mac OS, various Linux distros, and the Windows version that interests us. We click on the 64-bit option, which is the one we're interested in. It has started. Now we need to either save the file or open it directly. In my case, we'll click on Save. Once the file is downloaded, we get a .zip file that contains the Terraform executable. I'll quickly extract this file, and once it's downloaded, note that here we have an executable file called Terraform. If we double-click on this executable file, it seems to open and close a window showing some lines. What happens is that this tool must be run from a command line. How can we quickly execute the tool if we wish to? Well, we can open a command line terminal. We can copy the path where the executable is located, change the path, and you now have access to Terraform. Type the Terraform command directly and you'll see different options that you can use when working with Terraform configuration files. Now, how can we set it up to quickly use this executable from any location without always having to copy the path? Well, what we need to do is search. Let's go search for variables. This is done by typing variable into the Windows search option. Here we have the option that states Edit the system environment variables. As part of these windows we see, we can click on Environment Variables. And here we have a variable called path, which is essentially a variable that we can modify to add shortcuts or quick access to different executables, tools to use them from anywhere. So what we need to do is click on Edit and then click on New. As part of this variable, we will copy the path where our Terraform configuration file is located. You can locate this executable elsewhere. For example, we could go to C, create a new folder called Terraform, and place the executable we have downloaded here. I'm going to do this to make it clearer. Alright, we have the executable in the specified path, set Terraform. We copy this path and return to the environment variables to paste the new path we just defined. We press Enter, and once we have done this, click on OK. We click on OK again, and finally on OK. To check that everything is working correctly, we will open a new terminal or command window. And we will proceed to run or type the command Terraform. We press Enter, and you'll notice that we now have this help set that allows us to know how to work with this tool, and best of all, from any path, which will facilitate the execution of configurations. Note then that the download, installation, and use of this tool are quite simple. We don't have to download anything additional, unless we want to download an IDE, which we will do it a bit later.